Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready. Here we go. Hut, hut.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5.
Opposite. 3. Down. Set.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw.
He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards.
And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks, nothing.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out. Walker hitting the ball is held.
But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you look at this defense,
they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And then maneuvers way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Ready.
He'll look to throw.
That's taken in by Watson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Ready.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished. Just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now back to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he rips that one incomplete there. The Cardinals now at 2-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Come on. 70 range, 70 range, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
On the handoff, Benson running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
19 sight, 19, 18, pioneer.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Christian Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Seahawks 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Ready, ready.
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Go.
Another run here with Benson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Seahawks 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Ready up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Come on, come on.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
70.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good. Seahawks, first down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit, and they get one right there.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Sometimes you get a first and goal, and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Scoop.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Seven Pirates. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Ready up. Ready. Dragon 60.
Looking to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Hawk 70. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Back to throw here. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
19, start, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cards will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Up the middle, here's Walker. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
19 tight, 19 tight, Buffalo 18.
They'll go again with Jensen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
19
That's good for the Cardinals.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 64 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Warriors,
At the 23-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle, taken in by Horton. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
The kickoff for Seattle.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk.
Now a toss left side for Benson. Oh, what a move. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field, get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Here we go. Mustang 19, 70 Timberwolf.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Go. Ready.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
He just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Pat the 60.
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson with career touchdown number 70. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
Cardinals 35. Seahawks 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 85 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Here's a diving catch right side. A big connection on that one. 58 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 76.
He'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
A gain of 9.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. 79.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cards are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Here we go. Ready.
2nd and 14. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this offense on 3rd down today can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game.
And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Torrey Horton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Seahawks 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, 65 yards. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's good.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boys.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go. Check.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They run over center with Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them in short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Top low 18. Mustang 19. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. 60.
Going for it. Here's Benson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2nd and long. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They'll run through it. It's Walker. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Come on.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 201 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Ready, set.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A 4-yard gain.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. 60 Eagles, 18 Rattler, 18, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinals.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Gets this to Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 7 Tigers. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Arizona, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.